Hi Stampers, it's Trisha Shalo with Just for the Love of Stamping. Today I'm bringing you a short video using Stampin Dimensionals. A fun technique to use with these things are to make a slider card, and that's what this cute little card is here. So in case you missed it, there's a video for Sunday Fun Day featuring the Stampin' Foam. So it's all the different foams that Stampin' Up! Offers, where I shared a brief video and this cute little card. So now I'm going to show you how to make that card using your Stampin' Foam mounts. Okay, so let me just kind of remind you, these are the regular Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. They're hexagon shape. You get tons and tons of them on one sheet, and in each package there are 3 sheets that come with it. So keep that in mind when you're ordering. If you're not making too many cards, this will last you a long time, but if you're in a lot of card swaps or you really like to pop things up like I do, I probably add 1 package of these to my order every 3 orders. Okay, so I'm going to show you now how to make this super cute card, and I'm just going to start by taking my piece of cardstock. It's 11 by 4 1/4, and I'm just folding that in half with my bone folder to make sure it's scored nicely. And then I've pre-cut a piece of cardstock and I've pre-stamped it just for the video. This is cut to 5 inches by 3 3/4. So ironically enough, that is actually the maximum size, probably not the ideal size, to go through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I'm going to share this with you here because I want to show you what it is that I used to make this slider card. So I'm sliding that in. It is like tight, tight, tight. So I'm hoping I don't wreck it. If you have the standard size, I'd recommend using that over this particular machine. It's just for video purposes, this fits a whole lot nicer than the other one. And so now I'm using the rectangle dies, the stitch rectangle dies, and I'm taking the narrowest long stitch die, and I am plopping that kind of to the right of the card over here. That's where I want my opening to be. You could use punches. We've got some fun punches that'll work as well, but I want to use the stitch one just because it is a baby card, and I think that little stitching looks super cute. Now again, I'm just trying to get the plate in here. I want to make sure it is somewhat straight, and I think that's pretty good. I might regret it after, but we'll see. So I'm just cranking that through, and voila. I'm going to take that out, move that out of the way, and look at that. There's my stitched cutout, and here is the leftover stitched shape. Now you may want to use that little cutout for this project, or you might want to save it for something else. But this is kind of going to be the card front now. And you know what? I think we're going to use this one on this card. But what I want to do is before we start mounting everything, I should show you the stamp set that I'm using for this. This is the Baby Pull Toys. It's so sweet and cute. If you haven't grabbed it, you're going to want to, especially if you've got some baby showers to go to in the near future or need to give some little gifts to some little guys. I think this is so sweet. I'm also going to try and make some cards that aren't baby cards to show you how to get some alternative uses out of that. Okay, so I think I want to also grab this stamp set, out of the stamp set, Love Just Got Real. Now I realize I haven't actually mounted that. So you get to see how that's all done. Boom, 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 just like that. Love is real. And I just need a block now to put that on. The dirtiest of blocks, but that's okay. Okay, so Love Just Got Real. That's what we're going to use. And I'm going to use the same color ink as the paper. So in this case, it is Petal Pink. Now I haven't mounted this to the front yet. And in fact, pardon me, I'm going to do that afterwards, but I'm just lining that up because I want to try and see where to best stamp this image. Love Just Got Real. I think this is going to be super cute to have underneath. And now because this little window opening is there, look, Love Just Got Real. That is so stinking cute. Okay, so I guess I didn't end up stamping it on here, so I'm going to use that later. So now what you're going to do is stamp your little image. So I've already pre-colored and pre-cut out my little lion. So we're making a different color card to coordinate with that one. I think they're so stinking cute. Now what you are going to need is some coins, a couple of pennies. Believe it or not, I can't find pennies, so I'm using nickels. This is going to be one lucky card. Now what I want to do is take those Stampin' Dimensionals, and again, this is the regular size that we're using, and I'm just taking one out and I'm putting that into the center of my coin. I'm doing that, and then at the same time, I'm bringing that layer so that it comes over top of here. I'm going to peel that back, and now I'm going to add my other coin. Just like that. And there, so there, that dimensional is now my slider holding that together between that opening. Isn't that fun? Yeah, this stitch framelit works way better. I normally use one of the punches, the Classy Label punch, I think it's called. And this I really like because it helps, it moves it a whole lot. There's a lot of spinning. Now, normally what I would also do is just punch out like a 1-inch circle in white. Okay, so I've got my one inch circle, and I'm just going to glue dot that to the front of my nickel here. I'm putting a couple of pieces of glue dots just because I don't want it to come off. And because it's metal, that's why I'm choosing to use the glue dot. And then I'm going to go ahead and mount this guy to him. Now this has already popped up a lot, so I don't really need to put a dimensional. So in fact, I'm going to also put some glue dots on top of the lion. There, look, isn't that so sweet? Oh my gosh, I think it's so super cute. Okay, so that's what we're doing using the dimensionals. So you also want to pop up at the back of this when you go to mount this on top of your card front. You could go ahead and use dimensionals, but you might find that you actually need to double up on them. So 2 dimensionals on top, just to raise it enough so that this can still slide in behind the scenes. But as I mentioned in that main video, I actually do prefer to use my strips over the dimensionals in this particular project. So let's pull out the strips. And what I'm going to do, now this isn't a shaker card, so I don't have to have them butting up to each other. They don't have to go end to end, but I do want them big enough so that it's raising it without drooping the paper. So I'm just going to put one kind of in the center of each side, and then I'm also going to want one directly in the center. And that's just to raise it, just to, again, prevent it from drooping like that. And again, those strips, they're a little thicker than the dimensionals, but you can go ahead and use those as well. So again, I'm just going to peel that. This is double-sided adhesive strips. So if you missed that video, be sure to go and track that one down either on Just for the Love of Stamping Facebook page or on YouTube. There's all kinds of fun tips and tricks, different videos out there. Okay, slowly getting there. Yes, this is a lot of adhesive, but you know what? For this card, I think you want a lot because you don't want to take any chances of it coming apart. Because chances are you're going to give this to someone who's going to play with it, and you want it to all stay together. Now again, hopefully this all lines up based on how I stamped it. This should be somewhat center. There. I'm just going to make sure that's all stuck. Oh, love just got real. Oh, so cute, because at least they can read something underneath it. Now what I did here is I ended up taking the cutout from the die. Again, that was the Stitch Sweetly framelits. And okay, so here's a Stitch So Sweetly scallop rectangle that I've cut in half, and I've also gone ahead and stamped it with the little words for the little one who tugs at our string heart, or at our heartstrings. And what I'm going to do is turn around again and use my dimensionals to pop that up. And again, these are the regular ones. I'm going to use one in all 4 corners. Again, I want this to be somewhat of a sturdy card because I have a funny feeling it's going to be handled because it's just so stinking cute. And then I'm just going to line that up to the top of that piece of cardstock, a little bit over from the left. And isn't that super cute? Now this one I added a little bit of gold, some bling. So you could go ahead and do that to this as well. But this is like a super cute, very simple slider card. I hope you enjoyed that. By all means, if you give this a try, please post your pictures in the comments below because I want to see what you've made with it. As well as if you have any other ideas for using your Stampin' Dimensionals, I would love to see them in the comments below and maybe some samples that you've made with it if you have them. If not, that's okay too, because I'm always looking for different ideas on how to use those dimensionals on my projects. Thank you very much for watching.